Good morning, children. Myself, G. Ashalata, TGT Science, CRT, AP Residential Girls School, Tuni. Let me brief you about today's lesson. We usually find some animals in our surroundings. Some of these animals are domestic, while some others are wild animals. We are very familiar with domestic animals. Do you have a pets or cattle? What pets do you have? For example, buffalo, dog, are few of them. Do you feed them daily? Yes, you feed them daily. Do you provide same food to both animals? No, we don't. Why don't you give same food to both animals? Because buffalo's food is grass and dog's food is meat, milk, etc. Buffalo can't eat meat and dog can't eat grass. So, it tells us different animals eat different types of food. Many animals are there in our surroundings. Do they eat the same food? No, they don't. How they search their food? Do all animals search their food in the same way? We shall know these answers through our today's lesson, Animals and Their Food. So, the name of the lesson is Animals and Their Food. From this lesson, we will be able to know the food habits of different animals and the classification of the organisms based on their food habits. And we will be able to know differentiate modes of getting food by different animals. Dear children, first let us know about the food habits of different animals. The following table represents some animals and their food. In this table, few animals, their food and sources of their food are given. First, buffalo. Which food does buffalo eat? It eats grains, grass, oil cake, hay, etc. Oil cake means the material left after oil has been extracted. Hay means dry grass. This food obtained from plants. So it eats plants and plant products. Then cat. Which food does cat eat? It eats birds, small animals, milk, etc. This food obtained from animals. So it eats animals and animal products. Then lion. Lion eats flesh of other animals. This food material is obtained from animals. So they eat meat eaters. They are meat eaters. Then rat. Rat eats grains, meat, small fish, pulses, etc. This food material is obtained from plants and animals. Rats eat both plants and animals and their products. Then tiger. Which food does tiger eat? It eats meat. It get it from animals. So tiger is also a meat eater. Then spider. Spider eats insects. So source is animals. Then house lizard. It eats insects. So source is animals. Then cow. We are very familiar with cow. Yes, grains, hay, etc. The source of food is plants. So cow eats plants and plant products. Then human beings. We eat grains, vegetables, pulses, meat, fruits, etc. This food material is obtained from plants and animals. Butterfly feed on nectar. Nectar is a sugary substance secreted from flowers. Source is plants. The next one is crow. Crow feed on grains, insects, meat, etc. This food material is obtained from plants and animals. I think you got a doubt that spider is an insect and crow is a bird. But why did you put it in animals list? Isn't it? Insects, birds, four-legged animals, crawling animals, etc. all are belongs to animals first. Then these classified into insects, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals, etc. You will learn about this classification in your next classes. From the above table, we knew that different animals have different food habits. We also knew that some animals eat plants and plant products, some animals eat animals and animal products, and some animals eat both plants, animals, and their products. From this, animals were classified into three groups based on their food habits. Those are herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. First, we discuss about herbivores. Herbs means plants. Herbivores, animals that depend only on plants for food are called herbivores, or the animals that eat plant and plant products are called as herbivores. Simply, these are plant eaters. For example, cow, buffalo, sheep, goat, giraffe, horse, elephant, etc. The biggest animal on the land is elephant. It is also a herbivore. Carnivores. Animals that depend only on animals for food are called carnivores. They eat animals and animal products. These are meat eaters. For example, cat, tiger, lion, vulture, eagle, snake, frog, etc. Omnivores, animals that depend on both plants and animals for food are called omnivores. They eat both plant, animals, and their products. For example, cow, humans, rat, hen, etc. We have to identify them with the help of their teeth and claws also. Sharp incisors and molars are developed in herbivores for cutting grass and plants easily. Very strong and long canines are developed in carnivorous animals to tear flesh. Both incisors and canines are developed equally in omnivores to eat both plant and animals. Frugivorous animals. These animals feed mostly on raw fruits, succulent fruits like vegetables, roots, shoots, nuts, and seeds. Succulent fruits means the fruits contains more water. Frugivore can be any type of herbivore or omnivore where fruit is a preferred food type because approximately 20% of all mammalian herbivores eat fruit. Frugivory is common among mammals. Mammals means the animals giving birth to young ones and feed them with their milk. From the above, we knew that plants and animals are the main sources of food to every organism in our surroundings. But how do animals get their food? Every animal has its own style of getting food. They track down, collect, grab, or hunt and then use various parts of their body to take food into the mouth finally. Most animals feed regularly, but first they must trace out the food. For this, they use a wide range of senses. We already knew about sense organs in your 5th class. How many sense organs are there? There are 5 sense organs in our body. Those are eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. eyes for sight, ears to hear, nose for smell, tongue for taste, and skin for touch. These are called sense organs because they contain special cells called receptors to receive different stimuluses from environment. Animals also use these senses to find their food and survive themselves from their enemies. Many animals have specialized parts of the body, such as mouth, hands, or feet, that help them to collect their food most efficiently. Let us observe this table to understand it better. First, dog. The sense used in tracking food is smell. Dogs have great sense of smell. They can identify smell from 20 kilometers away. They use sharp teeth, tongue, forelimbs in taking food. The next one is cow. The senses used in tracking food are smell and taste. They use teeth, tongue in taking food. Hen. Hen uses sight. The body parts used in taking food are beak and claws. Frog uses sight. The body parts used in taking food are tongue and legs. Then snake. Snake uses smell and sight. The body parts used in taking food are mouth and tongue. Bat uses hearing. The body parts used in taking food are wings and mouth. Then lizard. It uses sight and smell. The body parts used in taking food are teeth and tongue. Then vulture or eagle. They uses smell, sight. The body parts used in taking food are beak, claws and legs. The eagles can view from the sky from a height of 6 kilometers or 5 miles. The vision is so great that the chick and snakes hidden in the bushes can be observed by these eagles. Even though, being human, we can't observe the snakes on the ground, but the eagle can visualize and catch them very easily from the sky. Lion. The senses used in tracking food are smell, hear, and sight. It have great hearing capacity. If 5 or 6 different animals make sounds from different locations, even then it can easily identify the location of its prey. What a wonder it is! Then, hummingbird, the smallest bird in the world. It uses smell to identify its food. It uses beak in taking food. From the above table, we knew that animals uses different senses to find their food, and they use some senses more strongly than other senses to find their food. From the above table, we knew that the same part may be used in different ways by different animals. The same part may be used in different ways by different animals. For example, tongue of dog and tongue of frog. Dog uses its tongue for licking, whereas frog uses its tongue to catch insects. Here, both animals use the same part of tongue for different works. Then, different parts may be used to take in the same type of food in different animals. Different parts may be used to take in the same type of food in different animals. For example, beak of hen and tongue of frog. Hen uses its beak to eat insects, whereas frog uses its tongue to eat insects. So they used different parts to take in the same type of food. Pond scatters. They live in ponds. Pond scatter is also an insect. They feed on other insects. They detect ripples produced in the water by any other insect trapped on the water surface. They compare the ripples on the opposite side of the pond caused by the legs of the insect struggling to move out, calculate the distance, and set out to grab it. They move from one side of the pond to other side very quickly to catch an insect that falls in water. Observe the pond scatter. See how they are moving so fast like skating without drowning in the water. Have you ever seen leech? People in rural areas are familiar with leeches. While rearing cattle near water, they find leeches on the skin of animals. Leeches stick onto the skin and suck the blood of cattle as well as humans. They have special structures called suckers in their mouth to do this. Snails and earthworms also suck some food materials from the soil. The same part in similar group of animals may be used in ways that can be largely different. For example, beaks of different birds are used to eat different types of food. Let us observe some birds' beaks. All are birds, but they have different beaks because the birds eat different kinds of food. Their beak structure modified and helped them to eat different types of food. Let us observe some birds and the relation between structure of their beaks and their food habits. First one, woodpecker. It have a long and strong beak. By using this beak, they remove layers of bark from trees and eat ants and pests which lie under the bark. We can do its work by the help of knife, drilling machine or some tools. But they make holes on the trees with their beaks only, like a drilling machine. Observe children. See how woodpecker making holes on the tree. Crane. Have you ever seen crane? The crane has a long beak to catch fish in water. Vulture. Vulture have strong hooked beaks and sharp claws to tear flesh of animals very easily. We can cut the raw meat or flesh with the help of sharp knife only. We can't do it with our hands, even teeth also. But they can tear the flesh with their beak and claws only. Vulture is a carnivore. Then parrot. Parrot has a hooked beak to eat fruits and crack nuts. It is a herbivore. Everybody likes parrot because it is very beautiful. Few parrots can speak also by giving practice. Pigeon. Pigeon eats grains, insects, etc. It is an omnivore. It have short strong beak. Sparrow. It have small beak. It eats grains and insects. We are very familiar with sparrows. Hen. Hen have short strong beak to eat insects and grains, and also it can dig the upper layer of the soil for its food with its beak. Peacock. It has strong short beak. It eats fruits, grains, insects, etc. It is an omnivore. It is very interesting to watch how a duck catches its food. Ducks have teeth, but they are not like the teeth of a cow or lion. They are not useful in grinding food. They act as filters to get food from water. It is also a beautiful bird. Hummingbird. It have long thin beak to suck nectar. It can't eat meat because it have no sharp claws or strong beak. While sucking nectar from the flowers, hummingbird do not sit on the flower or trees. They will not stop the movement of their wings till completion of sucking. Eagle have very strong and hooked beak to tear the flesh easily. It have also strong and sharp claws to grab and tear the meat. It is also an omnivore. Then owl. Owl has a very strong, short, hooked beak to eat animals. It is also a carnivore. It is a nocturnal. Nocturnals means they awake and active at night and asleep during the day. Those are called nocturnals. Natural scavengers. Crows and vultures that live in our surroundings usually eat waste, rotten food material, dead animals, etc. They keep our surrounding clean in the manner. If these were not there, then small animals will die and gets rotten, which results in bad smell and pollute the environment. Some microorganisms will develop and diseases may spread. These birds eat the died and rotten animals and cleanses the environment. So, vultures and crows called as natural scavengers. Children, observe how frog catching insects. Watch it carefully. It is very interesting to watch a frog get its food. A frog throws out its sticky tongue towards an insect. The insect gets stuck on the frog's tongue. Then the frog swallows it. For humans and other animals, the front part of the tongue will be free to move, whereas for frog, the backside part of the tongue will be free to move and the front part attached to the lower jaw. Observe carefully. For humans and other animals, the front part of the tongue will be free and the backside part of the tongue is attached to the mouth. Whereas for frog, the backside part of the tongue will be free to move and the front part attached to the lower jaw. Observe carefully. Frog's tongue is usually around 1/3 the length of its body. It catches insects easily with its sticky tongue. Have you ever seen lizard in your house? We always see them on the walls of our house. Observe lizard how it is getting its food. Lizards also using tongues to catch insects like frog. Lizard's tongue roughly twice the length of its body. Both frog and lizard's tongues are very sticky to catch insects. Observe here different lizards catching insects. Children, you may have observed cows and buffaloes sitting under the trees and moving their jaws. Do you know why they do so? Observe this video. What is happening? Animals like cow, buffalo, camel, etc. chew food very quickly, swallow and store it in a part of their stomach. After some time, they take food material back from the stomach to the mouth and chew it again. After some time, they take food material back from the stomach to the mouth and chew it again. This process is called rumination. These animals are called ruminants. Examples: cow, buffalo, camel, deer, etc. Children, what are you observing in this video? Lions hunting. Did you ever see how a lion hunts other animals? Did you ever see it on TV? What do you feel about its concentration and actions while hunting? Wild animals like lion, fox, wolf, and tiger hunt other animals for their food. They have strong legs to run, sharp claws to catch, and sharp teeth to tear flesh. Observe their claws, teeth, and their hunting mechanism. Claws, teeth. Dear children, today we have learnt about different types of animals, birds, insects, etc. and their food habits. In olden days, millions varieties of birds and animals and plants were lived on our earth. But nowadays, we see 100 varieties of birds and animals only. Their number decreased rapidly because of human activities like constructing buildings, apartments, roads, airports, industries, mining, etc. People occupied many forests, hills, and other places for above works and our nation's development. Technology is developing rapidly and we are living comfortably and happily. But millions of birds like sparrows, parrots, and other animals extincted due to the radiation and they were lost their habitats. Nowadays, we have seen and observed that many animals were coming to our living places for food. Have you heard about this condition? Animals and birds and all other creatures were also living beings like us. If it is possible, let's try to provide food and shelter for them. Otherwise, let them at least live. Don't kill them and harm them. Don't destroy their habitats. Let them live happily. We should protect the nature and biodiversity. From this lesson, we understood that different animals have different food habits. The animals classified into three groups based on their food habits. Those are herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. We also learned that different animals use different senses of getting food, and they use their different parts in taking of food. And we also knew that the same part in a similar group of animals may be used in ways that can be largely different. For example, beaks of different birds are used to eat different types of food. Children, I'll give you homework. Do it carefully. Your first question: What are herbivores? Give some examples. What are herbivores? Give some examples. What are carnivores? Give few examples. Your next question. What are carnivores? Give some examples. The next question. What are omnivores? Give examples. What are omnivores? Give examples. Next one is, which part does butterfly use to suck honey from flowers? Which part does butterfly use to suck honey from flowers? Then, why vulture called as carnivorous bird? Why vulture called as carnivorous bird? Your sixth question. Why birds are having different beaks? Why birds are having different beaks? Your last question. How many senses are there in animal's body? What are they? How many senses are there in animal's body? What are they? Here is an activity. Do it, children. Observe a dog in your surroundings. How does it get its food? Write your observations. What does it do to find food? Which parts are involved in taking in food? Which parts are involved in taking in food? How does a dog eat meat? How does a dog eat meat? How does a dog drink water? How does a dog drink water? Is there any difference in using its tongue when compared with a frog or a cow? Is there any difference in using its tongue when compared with a frog or a cow? Write in the space provided below. Here, animals' uses of tongue are given. Fill up this carefully, students. Okay, children, we will discuss more information about animals and their food in our next class. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.